Good morning, dear student, and Assalamu alaikum. Hope you people are fine, and enjoying the best of your health. Okay, my dear students, today we are going to do question number 1 and 2 of exercise C. We will do these two questions in our book, right? This task you have to do on the book. But before that, I want you to look at your screens carefully. Stop doing each and everything and stop looking here and there. Just look at your screen carefully. Look at the picture. This picture is of roses. How many roses? 3 roses. What is the color of the rose? What is the color of the roses? Red. So there are 3 red roses. This picture is of deer. Brown deer. This picture is of zebra. Stripy zebra. This picture is of a stream. Long stream. You people have seen the pictures of deer, roses, stream. Now look at these words: deer, roses, stream, zebra. These are all the naming words. These are all the names of anything. And what do we call the name of anything? We call them a noun, right? So these are all a noun: deer, roses, stream, zebra. But we have used some words with them, like brown deer, 3 red roses, long stream, stripy zebra. We have used these words with these nouns. These words are used to describe the noun. They are telling us about the noun. So what do we call them? We call these words adjectives. So what are adjectives? What is an adjective? An adjective describes a noun. It tells us about noun. Okay? Look at the examples. Ali is a good boy. Here a boy is a noun and good is an adjective. The good is telling us about a boy. Lahore is a beautiful city. Here the beautiful is an adjective which is telling us about a noun, city. This is a funny book. Funny is an adjective, book is a noun. I have a white cat. Cat is a noun and white is an adjective. Now look, some adjectives tell us about colors and shapes, right? For example, what is the color of the kitten? It's a gray kitten. Gray is an adjective. What is the color of strawberries? Red. I love red strawberries. Strawberries. Strawberry mean here the red is an adjective. Look at the shape of the sun. The sun has a round shape. The round sun. Round is an adjective. Look at the shape of this bag. Square bag. Here the square is an adjective. So adjective tells us about color and shape. It also tells us about the size of a noun. For example, this bunny. Is this bunny big or small? It's a small bunny. Clear? Adjective tells us about a noun. Adjective describes the noun. Got it? Now, here's an activity for you. You have just 1 second to think about 2 adjectives for a picture, right? I will show you a picture and you have 1 second to think about 2 adjectives for this picture, right? Here's a picture. Now think about 2 adjectives. First one I will do for you, birds. Now, 2 birds. 2 is an adjective. And if I will say colorful birds, colorful is an adjective. If I will say small birds, small is an adjective. Now think about 2 adjectives. Think 2 adjectives about this picture. House. Hope you people are thinking. Car. Think about 2 adjectives for this picture. Now it's time for an exercise. Open the book page 19. Here's an exercise. See question number 1. Underline the adjectives. Here are some sentences given. Underline the adjectives. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl. When you have to look for an adjective, when you have to find out an adjective in a sentence, then you have to look for a noun. Here the noun is a girl. Which adjective is used for the girl? Young. You have to underline young. She went to a good school and had a clever teacher. Here the nouns are school and a teacher. Good is describing school and clever is describing a teacher. Good and clever. They are adjectives. By mistake, she brought her old textbook to class instead of the new one. Here, the word old is used to describe the textbook. Old textbook, old is an adjective. New one, new is also an adjective. It is telling us about the textbook. Which text? The forgetful girl thought the teacher would shout at her in a loud voice. Girl, this word is used to describe the girl, forgetful girl. Forgetful is an adjective. Underline the adjective by using a scale. And just underline an adjective. Don't underline the noun. Just you have to underline the adjectives. In a loud voice. Loud is an adjective over here. Now in the next sentence, but the thoughtful teacher noticed the poor girl's expression. Now you have to underline adjective by yourself. The teacher opened her metal cupboard with a shiny key. There are two adjectives in this sentence. There are two adjectives in part E too. You can borrow this spare copy, said the kind teacher. Hope you people have done it. Now tally your answers with the answer key. Have you underlined all these verbs? All these words? Okay, dear students, very well done. Now move towards the next topic. Adjective phrase. This is the second topic, today's second topic. It is actually linking with the adjectives, so we have to discuss it too. Adjective phrase. But before going toward that adjective phrase, I want you to know what is a phrase. A phrase is a group of words. Okay, what is a phrase? It is a group of words, but we don't call it a sentence. Okay, it is not a sentence, but it is a group of words. It is not a sentence, but it is a part of a sentence. Okay, phrase is a part of a sentence. A group of words which is a part of a sentence. It's not a sentence. It gives an idea. It only gives an idea. It does not give the complete meaning. And last but not least, it does not have verb. This last point helps you in identifying a phrase. When you are looking for a phrase, just find out either it has a verb or not. And the phrase does not have a verb in it. Okay? A phrase is a group of words. It is not a sentence. It is a part of a sentence. It gives an idea. It does not have verb. The next exercise which you have to do on book page 20, at the top of book page 20, here are some sentences and phrases are given and you have to identify phrases. Look at the first one, A part. Over the fence. There's no verb in it. It is a phrase. He kicked it. There is a verb in it. Kicked. It's not a phrase. She likes mango. Likes is a verb. It's not a phrase. In our dish. This is a phrase. Now and then. Now and then does not have a verb, so it's a phrase. I am on the road. It's not a phrase. Now look at this. The colored parts are phrases. Over the fence, in a dish, now and then, three or four, good and bad. These are all phrases because they do not have verb in them. It's clear? So what is an what is an adjective phrase? Adjective phrase. A group of words containing one or more than one adjective is called adjective phrase. A group of words containing one or more than one adjective. It tells more information about a noun and a pronoun. Okay, adjective phrase, a group of words. Okay, an adjective is only a one word. When there's a single word, we will say that it's an adjective. When we have a group of words containing one or more than one adjective, then we will say that it's an adjective phrase. It tells more information about a noun and a pronoun. Here are examples. The house that is so beautiful sits atop the hill. If I will say beautiful house, then beautiful is an adjective. But if I am saying the house that is so beautiful sits atop the hill, that is so beautiful, this part of a sentence which I have colored yellow, this part of sentence is a phrase. And which phrase? Adjective phrase, because it has an adjective beautiful in it. The dog that seems very angry barks all day long. The dog that seems very angry. If I will say the angry dog, then I'm using an adjective. But if I will say the dog that seems very angry, here the that seems very angry is a group of words which is called phrase, but it has an adjective angry in it, so it's an adjective phrase. She bought the shirt with blue collar. Blue collar with blue collar is an adjective phrase over here, which is telling us about a shirt. She wanted to paint her room lemony yellow. A lemony yellow is telling us about the paint, right? So this is an adjective phrase. Now it's time for your homework. You have to do question number 3 of exercise C on book page 20. Today, you people have done classwork, question number 1 and question number 2 of exercise C on the book, and same you have to do the homework today on the book. No need to open the notebook today, right? You have to do classwork and homework on the book. Complete your classwork and do your homework. Thank you, my dear students. Stay blessed, all of you.